It felt like my whole world collapsed the night my wife sat across from me at the dining table, her eyes cold, her voice stripped of all warmth, and said, "I regret every single day I spent with you. I made our marriage open." At first, the words didn't even register. My mind refused to connect the pieces, because for years I thought we were building something together, something real. But in that moment, it became clear that what I believed in was nothing more than an illusion she had let me live in. We had been married for 12 years, and I thought we had weathered storms together. I remembered nights when we had no money, but we still laughed over cheap takeout. I remembered her holding my hand when my father passed away, whispering promises that we would face everything together. Those memories came rushing back like waves, only to be drowned out by the bitterness in her voice as she confessed that none of it had truly mattered to her. I asked her what she meant by open marriage, even though deep inside I already knew the answer. She didn't flinch when she said she had been seeing other men, multiple men, for months. Her justification? She wanted to feel alive again. She said being with me made her feel stuck, like she was wasting her best years. And the cruelest part was the way she looked at me, like I was a burden she had been forced to carry. I sat in silence, unable to breathe properly. My chest tightened, and my hands shook as I tried to grasp onto something solid in the whirlwind of betrayal. I asked her if she had ever loved me at all, and she smirked, actually smirked, and said, "Maybe in the beginning. But not for a long time." It felt like she had stabbed me, twisting the knife with every word. The next few days were torture. Every time I looked at her, I saw a stranger. She no longer hid her phone, because she didn't care if I knew she was texting other men. She would get dressed up, put on the perfume I once bought her, and leave the house without even pretending to give me an explanation. The bed we once shared became a place of silence and distance, and I lay awake night after night wondering where I had gone wrong. I questioned myself constantly. Was I not good enough? Was I too boring, too predictable, too plain for her? I worked hard to provide for us, thinking I was giving her stability and love, but apparently she wanted excitement and chaos. And instead of talking to me, instead of trying to fix what was broken, she chose to betray me and destroy everything we built. One evening, I confronted her again, hoping that maybe there was still a shred of love left in her. But she looked at me with pity and said, "You just don't get it. Life is short, and I refuse to waste it on someone who doesn't excite me anymore." The cruelty of that statement shattered whatever little hope I had left. She didn't just cheat, she erased our entire history as if it meant nothing. Friends and family noticed the change in me. I lost weight, stopped smiling, and avoided gatherings because I couldn't bear to explain what had happened. Some advised me to forgive her, to try and rebuild, but how do you rebuild when the foundation has been completely destroyed? How do you forgive someone who doesn't even think they've done anything wrong? Eventually, I realized I had two choices: continue to live in the ruins of her betrayal or walk away with whatever dignity I had left. Leaving wasn't easy. Every corner of the house reminded me of our past, the laughter, the arguments, the quiet mornings. But I also realized that staying meant allowing her to keep breaking me until there was nothing left. So I packed my things. I didn't give her the satisfaction of a long, dramatic farewell. I simply told her that I deserved better, even if I didn't feel it yet. Her only response was a shrug, as if I were nothing more than a footnote in her story. That shrug hurt more than words, because it showed just how little I meant to her in the end. The first few weeks alone were unbearable. The silence was heavy, and the memories haunted me. But slowly, I began to breathe again. I started reconnecting with old friends, picking up hobbies I had abandoned, and remembering who I was before her. Each day, the pain lessened just a little bit, and I began to see that her betrayal said more about her emptiness than about my worth. Now, looking back, I realize that her confession, though devastating, set me free. I see now that love should never feel like regret, and marriage should never be a prison. She may have chosen an open marriage filled with fleeting thrills, but I chose peace, dignity, and the chance to rebuild a life that is truly mine. And though the scars remain, I've learned something priceless. Sometimes the greatest gift someone can give you is showing you who they truly are, even if it breaks you. Because once you see the truth, you can finally begin to heal.